about my father? What do you intend to do with him?
Elliot?
Yeah.
Nothing. I mean, we'll do whatever Dr. De Silva and the courts suggest.
I understand you hired Stryker Bellman to represent him.
Why do you ask?
I just want to thank you if it's true.
Forget it.
No, I don't want to forget it. I'm grateful for your kindness.
Kindness? I'm not some kind of philanthropist.
No, I don't think you are.
And I don't want your gratitude.
Then why are you helping my father?
No favor to you. It's between me and my conscience.
Your conscience? I didn't know you had a conscience.
Surprised?
No. I'm disappointed that it's all hand in glove with an amazing lack of foresight. You know, your pattern seems to be destroy first and atone later. I mean, there was Mike Marshall and now there's my father.
Get to the point, young man.
All right. I don't like you. But since we're going to be a family of sorts, and since you obviously make my mother very happy, I'd like to put a little end to our feud. I'm not saying we'll ever be friends, but if we can bury the hatchet and stay out of each other's way, life might be easier for all of us. And I guess I'd like to repay you for helping my father.
I see. You want to repay me for helping your father by staying out of my way. You're willing to stay out of my way. Uh-huh.
That's
Yes.
right.
And being friends.
That's right.
I don't accept. That's not what I want.
I have nothing more to offer.
Yes, you do.
What is it you want, anyway?
I want you to train and take over World Oil.
You want what? No strings, no double meanings, no hidden agendas. I said I want you to train to head World Oil. Well, excuse me, Mr. Wheeler, sir. But with all due respect, I came here to put an end to our feud, not sit in your lap.
Besides, you're kidding, right?
I'm very serious, Dennis.
Oh, you are serious, aren't you? I know. You and Mom thought this one up together, right? This is Mom's latest scheme to keep her wayward son in line. Tie him to a desk in Step Papa's office.
Dennis?
Why else would you make such a ludicrous offer? Or do you and Mom still think you can control me? Well, that's not going to work. I don't want to profit from my good connections. Do you understand that?
I understand that. I don't want to control your life. I don't want your mother to either.
Then why are you throwing all this at me?
Now, look. Look. My motives are selfish. I admit that. But it's not what you're thinking. Look, I'm still not a well man. I'm not getting any younger anymore.
Give it up, will you?
Now it's important. You hear me out. All right? Now I have all the money I want, all that I need. I couldn't spend it for as long as I live, but I want out. I don't want that day-to-day grind anymore. What's valuable to me is time. All the time I have left to me to spend it with your mother.
Well, then, what's stopping you?
Look, I just can't suddenly not show up at work anymore. Things aren't done that way.
You've got Ryan Connor.
No, not anymore. He says he's leaving Houston, and I want to keep World Oil in the family, and that's my only motive, and I swear it.
Wait a minute. When you and Mom
Your
thought
mother
this-
doesn't know anything about this. We've never discussed it, and I swear that, too.
No?
No, it's between you and me, nobody else.
Well, it's still a bad idea. Oh, I'm flattered at your faith in my ability, but my experience is in art management, not oil management. I wouldn't even know where to start.
The offer was to train you, not to put you in over your head. You're bright. You can learn what you need to know.
It's still a bad idea. It's ridiculous.
Dennis?
It's absolutely...
You're a married man now. You have a wife to support. And for all you know it, maybe you'll have a family.
So what?
Now, you tell me this. Do you really make enough money at Western Art to support a family?
I hope to eventually.
Now, I want you to weigh this out. And I want you to think about it before you make any decision. Maybe you should talk to your wife.
that's your game. Oh, Paige. I might have known you wouldn't settle for less than what you think the market will bear, but this is too much.
What are you talking about, Iris? I didn't marry the rich man. You did.
I don't need Alex's money. But you can almost count it now, can't you?
Alex's money? What a silly notion. Besides, I understand it's uncountable.
I'll stop you, Paige.
Just what do you think my little plan is, Iris?
It's obvious. You're hoping somehow to make Dennis head of World Oil, so that when he finally comes to his senses and sees the kind of woman he's married...
Were you a virgin when you married?
You know I'm not talking about that. But Dennis will see through you and become disillusioned and want you out of his life. You're counting on that, of course. And when that happens, you'll demand a portion of World Oil as your exit price.
Iris, Dennis and I have just gotten married. Don't you think it's a wee bit crude to be talking about a messy divorce settlement at our wedding reception?
Not when you're the bride. Oh, my. How could Dennis have been so blind? I warn you, Paige.
Oh, don't, Iris.
You are playing for stakes far higher than you can afford.
Oh, am I? Well, the silver spoon may have temporarily been taken away from me, but I always haven't been a poor working girl, you know. I know my way around the higher regions. I am a marshal, after all. Perhaps you've forgotten. We happen to be standing in the house that I was raised in. It's very nice, isn't it? Well, I'm going to have one even better because, Iris, I am making a comeback.
And you plan to use Dennis as a guide.
That's your fantasy. But then who knows more about using people than you?
You're going to have a dangerous journey. I'll make sure of that.
Oh, goodness.
So you'd better watch your step. Because I'll be watching every one you take. And if you stumble, if I catch you in the slightest scandal, I'll make sure Dennis knows about it and that he leaves you. And when that happens, there won't be any settlement. Not a percentage of World Oil, no cash, not one red cent. Do you understand?